some of you mentioned dieting, eating. I guess the question is, all else being equal. So assuming that everything that you could have at either everything that you could have at 40, you could have at 20, or nothing that you could have at 40, you also similarly can't have it at 20. Do you think, those of you who said like the whole diet, eating thing, I think it was it you and you, both of you, better looking at 20 versus 40, all else being equal? Into the mics, guys.
I want to say maybe at 40. I kind of agree with what you said. It kind of doesn't matter really.
Wait, what?
Because it doesn't.
The health?
Like, yeah, even if you do take care of yourself,
right.
like you never know how you might end up. Like,
you're not going to make yourself look younger.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know exactly how I might look in 40 years. So I could look better than I do now in my 20s. I'm 27. I could look better, or I might just not. I look worse.
Okay. And before I get to that, your answer?
I just want to make sure I understand the question all the way. So you're saying if my 20-year-old self kept eating the same way all the way until I'm 34 and then 44, so not changing my diet between.
Hold on.
Oh.
That's
because she's trying to weasel out of it.
No, I'm trying to understand the question. I'm asking for clarity.
Your state of being in terms, because you guys like to add shit on. Well, when I'm 40, I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. Doubtful. I'm going to be the most healthy I'll ever been or will be. Doubtful. I will know how to do my makeup orders of magnitude better than I did when I was younger. I'll dress better, I'll have Botox, I'll have plastic surgery, I'll have all these interventions. What I'm saying is, any intervention that you could have at 40 also in this hypothetical would have been available to you at 20, or alternatively, none of the interventions that you plan or could get at 40, none of those are also in this hypothetical available retroactively at 20. All else being equal, comparing how you look without makeup, without anything, at 20, your natural self at 20. And I'll even say this would, I think, even be in favor towards the 40, but your body fat percentage remains the same. Your body composition remains the same. Everything remains the same. Are you better looking at 20 or 40?
Personally, I think I would be better looking at 40, only because I did not really feel like I grew into my woman's body until like my late 20s.
What do you mean grew into your woman's body?
Like, I don't feel like my hips really finished developing until I was 28. So I didn't feel curvy until I was 28.
Didn't feel curvy until 28. Okay.
So even no cosmetic procedures whatsoever, I like my body better at 28 than I did at 18. And so I would say 40-year-old body is better than 18 because I didn't like my body.
So were you like anorexic at 20 or?
No.
You were?
I was just more athletic.
So you were more athletic than you are now?
In different ways, yes. I feel like I have a more feminine figure now than I did at 18.
Okay. And so let me ask you a question. Do you think most men would choose 40-year-old you over 20-year-old you?
I think...
In this scenario?
I mean, I can't say 40 because I'm not 40, but I think more men approach me at 34 than they did at 18.
Really?
Yes.
More. When you say more men approach you, like, and are you out and about at similar rates?
Not similar rates, no, because I'm not going out every weekend.
Wait, do you have a kid or?
No kids.
No kids. Anybody here have kids? Okay. So did you go out more often when you were younger or more often now?
More often when I was younger.
And you went to college and all that?
Yes.
So just to be clear, and you're 34, right? Or yeah, 34.
Yes.
So you were in college pre-dating apps, pre-social media.
No.
Well, there's like Facebook,
Yeah,
you know,
there was
like
social media.
early.
I had a
yeah, but early
MySpace.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how old I am.
I mean,
You had
this sounds as I'm 30. I'm 35. I'm your guys' age. I find it very hard to believe. I mean, it could be. Look, there's the rate at which men are approaching women in public now compared to, I'm assuming, 2008 to 2011, 2012, when you would have been in college. Most people have much more opportunity to meet people in college. Is this are you lying? I mean, are you just lying?
No, I'm giving you my opinion. You asked me if I feel like I'm approached more.
You get approached more. Now at 34, after
those-
Me Too, after dating apps, after social media, where like back then, if you were a dude and you wanted a girl, you had to go out and get her. You had to approach. Now dudes can hop on Instagram. They can hop on a myriad of dating apps. I find it
Hold on,
really
let me ask that.
questionable here.
Let me
What
give
if
you some
she's
clarity.
just more attractive now?
I mean, it could be geographic too.
Well, let me give you
Right.
some
That was
clarity
the question
because
we were
this is maybe
One sec.
where the
Hold on,
okay.
I'll let you give the clarity, but one sec. It could be geographic insofar like maybe now you live in Vegas and before you lived in 1,000-person town. That's the only scenario, like your geography changed. Otherwise, there's no way girls are getting approached more now than they were pre-dating apps, pre-social media. But go ahead, explain it.
I think that maybe the misconception here is that like you think I'm getting like the DM contacts and I don't really have that engagement because
I'm talking in person. I'm talking in person.
Yeah, so
in person.
in person, I feel like I'm certainly approached more in person when I'm out now
Compared to you at
compared to me at 18.
your
100%.
fit self at like 18 to 22.
Yes.
Okay, well, look, I don't know your experience. I'll go ahead and grant it.
It's her confidence now.
Perhaps I shouldn't have even engaged in this. I would just say that's not necessarily, like, just because you get approached more isn't even necessarily evidence that you're more, like, that means you're more attractive. Because we've all heard stories, for example, of, like, if there's girls at the club, like, it's actually the average to cute looking girls that are going to get a bit more attention than the smoke show 10 out of 10 stunner, because a lot of dudes are going to see that really attractive girl and be like, they're just going to disqualify themselves. They're not going to step. They're like, I can't get her. She's too hot. Oh, here's this average chick. Let me shoot my shot. Not saying that's you, but I'm saying.
I mean, I did rate myself a 7, so that's pretty average.
But what I am saying is, I don't think the fact, it seems dubious, but I'll just, okay, fine, whatever. You get approached more now, post Me Too, post dating apps, post social media. I don't know, man. I think there is something to be said for, just because you get approached more doesn't necessarily mean that makes you more attractive. So, in any case, though, so your position is, all things being equal, more attractive at 40 than 20.
Yes.
And then for
Sorry,
you,
yes.
And then for you, more attractive at 40 than 20. Into the mic.
Yes, I wanna say it's a 50-50. Right now, I would say that I feel like I'm at my peak, like considering from where I was in my teens and stuff. But yeah, like I said, considering that the fact that I feel personally in my teens, I wasn't as approachable, as attractive. And now in my 20s, I feel more attractive myself personally. I feel more confident in myself to say like, oh yeah, I think I am pretty, and not feel weird about it. Maybe like once I hit my 40s, then I'll be like, oh, okay, cool, I am, maybe not to everybody, but like I said, who knows, I might have kids.
So
that
you
might go
you
down.
mentioned confidence, you mentioned how you feel. What does this have to do with how you actually look?
Yeah, that's why I said like I might have kids and stuff, so it's to everybody else's eyes that my
not what I'm talking about. How does how you feel or your confidence or your security or I suppose lack thereof have anything to do with how you actually look?
If people swipe you on Tinder, they don't see what you're feeling, they see your looks.
You're right. Yeah, I know you're absolutely right. So let me
Damien,
take
pull
out
up my Instagram for me.
Let me take out my how I'm viewing myself and my feelings out of it.
Yeah.
So I guess right now, realistically, yeah, right now in my 20s, that would be my most attractive.